Hello students, today's topic is normal distribution. A continuous random variable x is said to have normal distribution if its PDF is given by in this form, where mu, that is mean, and sigma square, that is variance, are the parameters of normal distribution, and it is denoted by x follows normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma square. Next we have standard normal variate. Z equals to x minus mu upon sigma is called standard normal variate. Now we have to find mean of standard normal variate. So we can write expected value of z equals to expected value of x minus mu upon sigma. In the next step we can write 1 upon sigma expected value of x minus mu. Next step 1 upon sigma, and this will become ex minus e mu. Next step ex is mu minus expected value of a constant is the number itself, so it will be mu, and the final answer is 0. So the mean of standard normal variate is 0. Next we need to find variance of standard normal variate. Next step this will be sigma square minus variance of a constant is 0, so this will become 1. So the variance of standard normal variate is 1. We can write in this way that x follows normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma square, and z follows normal distribution with mean 0 and variance 1. PDF of normal distribution is this one, and PDF of standard normal variate can be written as in this form. What we have done is, we know that the variance of standard normal variate is 1, so the standard deviation of a standard normal variate will also be 1. Okay, and we have written z in place of x minus mu upon sigma. Okay, this is a standard normal curve in which phi z represents area to the left of z. Now let us solve this question. Find the probability that z is less than 2.18. So basically we need to find this area to the left of 2.18. In the next step we can write it as phi 2.18, and now we will look at this table, which is standard normal curve areas, and we need to find phi 2.18. So this is 2.1 and 2.18, that is 0.08. Its value will be 0.9854. In the next step we can write it as 0.9854. Next question. Find the probability that z is greater than 2.18. So basically we need to find this area. This area can be found out as the total area, which is 1 minus area to the left of 2.18. And in the next step we can write it as 1 minus phi 2.18. We have already seen its value as 0.9854. So in the next step we can write it as 1 minus 0.9854, which is 0.0146. Next question. Find the probability that z lies within this interval. That is, we need to find this area. Okay, so this area can be found out as area to the left of 2.18 minus area to the left of minus 1.82. And in the next step we can write it as phi 2.18 minus phi minus 1.82. We have already seen its value as 0.9854, and now we need to find this value. So minus 1.82, this is minus 1.8 and this is 0.02. So minus 1.82 is 0.0344. In the next step we will write 0.9854 minus 0.0344, which is 0.951. Okay, next we look at this question. In this question we have already given the area as 0.95 and we need to find this value c. So what we have given is, we have given this area that is to the left of this value c, and it is given as 0.95, and we need to find this value. In the next step we can write it as phi c equals to 0.95, and now we will find the area in this table. So 0.95, I think the closest value to 0.95 is this one, 0.9495, but if we look at this value, this is also closest to 0.95. So what we will do is, we will take the value of c as 1.645. In the next step we will write c equals to 1.645. Next question. In this question we have given the area as 0.05. So this area, it is given as 0.05 and we need to find this value. In the next step we will write phi c equals to 0.05. So 0.05, again the closest value is this one, 0.0505, but this value is also closest to 0.05. So what we will do is, we will take the value of z as minus 1.645. In the next step we will write C equals to minus 1.645. Next question. In this question, we have given the area between 0 and C as 0.291. So basically we have given this area. As 0.291, and we need to find this value. In the next step, we can write this as probability that Z is less than and equals to C minus probability Z less than and equals to 0, that is area to the left of C minus area to the left of 0 equals to 0.291. Phi C minus phi 0 equals to 0.291. We know that the total area under this standard normal curve is 1. So the area to the left of 0 will be 0.5. We can also confirm this by looking at this table. So phi 0 is 0.5. In the next step, we can write it as phi C minus 0.5 equals to 0.291. So phi C equals to 0.791. And now we will look at the area 0.791, and the value of Z is 0.81. So C equals to 0.81. Okay, now this question. Suppose the force acting on a column that helps to support a building is a normally distributed random variable x with mean value 15 kips and standard deviation is 1.25 kips. Compute the following probabilities by standardizing and then using table A.3. So the relevant information in this question is, first, that the random variable is normally distributed. Second, that its mean is given as 15 and standard deviation is 1.25. So we can write this relevant information as, we have mean, that is mu, which is 15, and standard deviation, which is sigma, it is 1.25. And the first part is that probability x less than and equals to 15. So the first part is probability x less than and equals to 15. When x equals to 15, then Z, which is x minus mu upon sigma. Mu and sigma are given in the question, and when we compute the value of Z, it will be 15 minus 15 upon 1.25, which is 0. So we can write probability that x less than and equals to 15 equals to probability that Z is less than and equals to 0. So basically we need to find this area to the left of 0, and we know that it is 0.5. Next part, probability that x is less than and equals to 17.5. So when x equals to 17.5, then Z will be 17.5 minus mu, which is 15, upon 1.25 equals to 2. Probability that x is less than and equals to 17.5 equals to probability that Z is less than and equals to 2. So we need to find this area to the left of this value, that is 2, phi 2, and now we will look at the table. So phi 2, it is 0.9772. So 0.9772. Next part, probability that x is greater than and equals to 10. When x equals to 10, then Z equals to minus 4. We can write probability that x is greater than and equal to 10 equals to probability that Z is greater than and equals to minus 4. So basically we need to find this area. And this area can be found out as the total area, which is 1 minus area to the left of minus 4. We can write 1 minus probability that z is less than and equals to minus 4. In the next step, we can write 1 minus phi minus 4. And now we will look at the table. So the minimum value of z is minus 3.49, which is 0.0002. So we will take the value of phi minus 4 as 0, and the final answer will be 1. Next part, probability that x lies within this interval. So when x equals to 14, z equals to minus 0.8. When x equals to 18, z equals to 2.4. And we can write this probability as probability minus 0.8 less than and equals to z less than and equals to 2.4. So we need to find this area. And this area can be found out as area to the left of 2.4 minus area to the left of minus 0.8. And we can write phi 2.4 minus phi minus 0.8. And now we will look at their values in the table. So 2.4 is 0.9918 and minus 0.8 is 0.2119. In the next step, we will write 0.9918 minus 0.2119, which is 0.7061. Next part, probability that modulus of x minus 15 is less than and equals to 3. So there can be two cases in this question, that x minus 15 is less than and equals to 3 and minus of x minus 15 is less than and equals to 3. We can multiply this equation by minus 1 and this will become x minus 15 is greater than and equals to minus 3. We know that when we multiply the whole equation by minus 1, then the sign of inequality changes. So this will become x minus 15 is greater than and equals to minus 3. And now we will combine these two equations and the final result will be minus 3 less than and equals to x minus 15 less than and equals to 3. So this equation can be written as in this form. In the next step, we can write it as probability that minus 3 less than and equals to x minus 15 less than and equals to 3. Next step. And finally, this will become probability that 12 is less than and equals to x less than and equals to 18. And now you can solve this question as we have solved the previous one. Remarks. Distance of x from 2 is less than 5. It can be written as in this form, that x minus 2 modulus less than 5, and distance of x from 2 is greater than 5. It can be written as in this form. Because the distance is in positive terms, that's why we are using this modulus sign. Okay. Next question. Now we will collect only the important information from this question, that it is a question of normal distribution. Second thing, mean value is given as 46.8 and standard deviation is 1.75. So we can write, we have mean, that is mu, equals to 46.8 and standard deviation, that is sigma, equals to 1.75. 5. And the first part is that what is the probability that maximum speed is at most 50 km/h? So it can be written as in this form, probability that x is less than and equals to 50, that is at most 50, and you can easily solve this question. Second part is what is the probability that maximum speed is at least 48 km/h? So it can be written as probability that x is greater than and equals to 48 or at least 48. Third part, what is the probability that maximum speed differs from the mean value? So maximum speed is x and it differs from the mean value, which means x minus mu modulus by at most 1.5 standard deviations. So at most 1.5 standard deviation. So basically we need to find this probability, this one. In the next step, we can write it as probability that minus 1.5 sigma less than and equal to x minus mu less than and equals to 1.5 sigma. Now we can divide all these terms by sigma. So this will become, and next step, this will be cancel out, and x minus mu upon sigma can be written as standard normal variate, that is z. So basically we need to find this probability between minus 1.5 and 1.5. Next step can be written as phi 1.5 minus phi minus 1.5, and now we can find these values by looking at the standard normal curve areas table. So phi 1.5 is 0.9332 and phi minus 1.5 is 0.0668. So in the next step we can write 0.9332 minus 0.0668, which will be 0.8664. Okay, so next question is this one. The relevant information in this question is that it is normally distributed. Mean value is given as 0.30 and standard deviation is 0.06. So we can write this relevant information in this form. Now the question is, how would you characterize the largest 5%? So the area has been given as 0.05, largest 5% of all the concentration values. So we can write probability that x is greater than c equals to 0.05. So this area is given as 0.05 and we need to find the value, this value. In the next step, we can write it as probability that x is less than and equals to c equals to 0.95. When the total area is 1, so area to the left of the c will be 1 minus 0.05, that is 0.95. Okay. In the next step, we can write it as probability that x minus mu upon sigma is less than and equal to c minus mu. Mu is 0.30 upon sigma, which is 0.06, equals to 0.95. In the next step, we can write this one as standard normal variate, that is z. And now we will find 0.95 area in the table. So when the area is 0.95, value of z will be 1.645. So we can write probability that z is less than and equals to 1.645 equal to 0.95. And now we will compare these two values. So we can write c minus 0.30 upon 0.06 equals to 1.645. And when you will solve, the final answer will be c equals to 0.3987. Done. Next question. The relevant information in this question is that it is normally distributed. Mean is given as 8.8 and standard deviation is 2.8. So we can write this relevant information in this form. Question is, what value C is such that the interval is given as in this form, includes 98%, that is 0.98 of all diameter values. So the area has been given as 0.98 and we can write in this form, probability that 8.8 minus C less than X less than 8.8 plus C equals to 0.98. In the next step, we can write it as probability that 8.8 minus C minus mu, which is 8.8 upon sigma 2.8, X minus mu upon sigma can be written as Z, and 8.8 plus C minus mu upon sigma equals to 0.98. This will become in this form, and it can be written as phi C upon 2.8 minus phi minus C upon 2.8 equals to 0.98. Remark, phi minus k equals to 1 minus phi k. So basically this last step can be written as in this form, okay, because phi minus C upon 2.8 can be written as in this form. Okay. This will become 2 times phi C upon 2.8 minus 1 equals to 0.98. And now we will look this area in the table, 0.99. So the closest value is this one, and the value of Z will be 2.33. So basically phi 2.33 equals to 0.99. And now we will compare these two values, that is C upon 2.8 equals to 2.33. We can write in this form. And finally the value of C will be 6.524. Next question. So the relevant information in this question is that it is normal distribution. Mean value is given as 104 and standard deviation is 5. So we can write this relevant information in this form. First part is, what is the probability that chloride concentration equals 105, is less than 105 and is at most 105. So probability that chloride concentration equals 105 will be equals to 0. As normal distribution is a case of continuous distribution, and continuous distribution is defined for infinite number of points over continuous interval. So the probability for any specific value will be 0. And because it is a case of continuous distribution, that is the reason that probability x less than 105 will be equals to probability that x is at most 105. So both these will give the same answer. Okay. Next part. What is the probability that chloride concentration differs from the mean by more than one standard deviation? So basically x differs from mean. So x differs from mean by more than one standard deviation. So basically we need to find this probability. This one. In the next step we can write it as 1 minus probability that x minus mu mod less than sigma, which can be written as in this form. Okay. And now this last step can be written as in this way. Phi of minus 1 can be written as 1 minus phi 1. And now we will look at the table. So phi 1 is equal to 0.8413. And the final answer is 0.3174. Next part C. How would you characterize the most extreme 0.1%? So most extreme 0.1%. So the area has been given as 0.001 of chloride concentration values. So basically this area, this one and this one, most extreme 0.1%. So this will be 0.001, or you can say 1%, sorry, 0.1%. Okay, we can write that probability x less than and equal to C1 equals to 0.0005. Okay, in the next step we can write in this way: C1 minus mu, that is 104 upon sigma, which is 5. X minus mu upon sigma can be written as z, or the standard normal variate. And now we will look at the table to find the value of z for this area, 0.0005. So 0.0005, here it is, and the value of z is minus 3.3. So we can write probability that z less than and equal to minus 3.3 equal to 0.0005, and now we will compare this value and this one, minus 3.3. We can write therefore C1 minus 104 upon 5 equals to minus 3.3, and finally the value of C1 is 87.5. Next question. If a normal distribution has mean equals to 30 and standard deviation is 5, what is the 91st percentile of the distribution? So 91st percentile is this one. That is the area to the left of this C value will be 0.91. And we need to find this value. So basically we can write probability x less than and equals to C equals to 0.91. This area is given, 91st percentile. In the next step we can write probability that z less than and equal to C minus mu, which is 30 upon sigma, that is 5, equals to 0.91. And now we will look in the table for this area. So 0.91, the closest value is this one, and the value of z will be 1.34. So we can write probability that z less than and equal to 1.34 equals to 0.91, and now we will compare these two values. We can write C minus 30 upon 5 equals to 1.34, and finally the value of C is 36.7. Next question. The distribution of resistance for resistors of a certain time is known to be normal. So it is a question of normal distribution with 10% of all resistors having resistance exceeding 10.256 ohms and 5% having a resistance smaller than 9.671 ohms. What are the mean value and standard deviation of the resistance distribution? So we need to find mu and sigma. We have given that 5% having a resistance smaller than 9.671 ohms. So basically area is given as 0.05. We can write probability that x less than 9.671 equals to 0.05. In the next step we can write it as in this form. Now we will look for the area 0.05. So basically 0.05, the value of z will be minus 1.645. So we can write probability that z less than minus 1.645 equals to 0.05, and now we will compare these two values. So therefore 9.671 minus mu upon sigma equals to minus 1.645, and after solving we'll get mu minus 1.645 sigma equals to 9.671. We will take this as first equation, and we have also given that 10% of all resistors having a resistance exceeding 10.256. So basically exceeding x greater than 10.256 equals to 10%, which is 0.10. So we have given this information in the question. In the next step, we can write probability that x less than 10.256 equals to 0.90. Then we can write probability that z less than 10.256 minus mu upon sigma equals to 0.90. Now 0.90. So basically this value is closest, right? The value of z will be 1.28. So we can write probability that z less than 1.28 equals to 0.90, and now we will compare these two values. So we can write 10.256 minus mu upon sigma equals to 1.28, and finally after solving we will get this equation, and we will take it as second equation. The first equation was this one. Now we have these two equations, and after solving these two equations we can get the value for mu and sigma. Done. Thank you.